You doing tonight? It is a slow time in our community, so I don't want it to get you down. We had students who had closings today, and we had closings today. So know that work is out there and it is certainly about to pick up. Spring can be a little bit of a clip beginning in April, but boy, summer hits and we are on the ground running, right? So I wanted to check in with you today and talk about the power of an ID. How do you decide as a notary what IDs are acceptable and what aren't? Because the key thing that a notary does is we see the individual, we see their ID, and we affirm that they've signed important documents, right? And sometimes those are notarized or stamped, and sometimes they're not. But the whole purpose, especially in our loan signing program, is to ensure to avoid any fraud. And as a sworn in, you know, notary, that you are watching the person who should sign those legal documents sign those documents. So it's pretty simple. First of all, follow the lender's instructions. Often lenders will have a cover page or a form that you have to fill out, and they will very clearly list the IDs that are acceptable. The question that we had brought up today was, what if someone has not been able to get their new driver's license from the DMV, but they do in fact have their expired driver's license along with the paper that shows that they've renewed that license? They're simply waiting for the physical picture to arrive. And that is acceptable as long as that physical picture is from that person. So let's say during COVID in particular, I was able to renew my license online. So I got my printout. I now have an unexpired date for when my license, maybe 10 years from now, 5 years from now, depending on your state, a date in the way future when my license will expire, all the same information entailed and combined with my expired photo, as long as they link, you're good to go. But that was such a good question from one of our students, and that's the power of American Elite Notary. Is we want you to be able to provide the exceptional white glove concierge service and exceed people's expectations. So we're going to back you up when you need it. Something small like a doubt about that ID can set your energy off for an entire appointment. And that's one of the critical things that we teach you, is depending on the personality of who you're partnering with, how you can effectively and efficiently help them with surprising ease and joy move through the signing process. So the ID is really one of the most critical foundational aspects of being a notary. And this was a great question to have asked. If you have other questions about the ID, just shout them out below. I wanted to let you know that we do have a free Facebook group that we're just growing called American Elite Notary. And we're starting to post more in there. Funny notary memes, which if you don't know what a notary meme is, I mean, you got to come and check it out, right? But also just tips and tricks along the way, just like we do here. And we are thrilled to have that community growing and would love to have you check it out. If you're listening to this video in that community, we're grateful for you. Bring your questions to us and we're here to answer them. We want you to have a successful business that you can work part-time to support your family as one of the aspects of your income, because for us, it's been a huge blessing. And it is a joy to be able to help people with this wildly important part of their business function. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and follow, and we'll look forward to seeing you here tomorrow, live around 5.